Good morning, my peepers. Welcome to Shalene's Creativity Room. It is Saturday, April 29th. What's going on today? I got lots today, lots to talk about, lots. I wasn't on yesterday because I visited my parents. Yeah. So once I put the boys on the bus, they get on the bus at 10 to 9. My parents live like 8 minutes away from Dylan's house. So I went there and I was there until 3 in the afternoon. So I had lunch with my mom. My sister works half a day on Fridays. She got there around 2 and she was staying for dinner. So yeah, my parents had a busy day with us. Let's see. I'm going to do yesterday's also. And today the weather is a high of 57 and a low of 50. Generally cloudy, winds south-southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Humidity 79%. Sunset is at 8:10 p.m. So cloudy. Yesterday it rained. So we will do rainy and cloudy, and yeah, got lots. Let's see. Lots to show you. I forgot to bring my Kindle in here. Okay, yesterday was cloudy as well, and I know it did rain yesterday. So let's do rain yesterday. Okay, and today cloudy. I think it's supposed to rain. It says like 20-some%. Good. Okay, there we go. And cloudy. Okay. And I've got ink all over my nails. My thumb. Okay. Yeah. So. There we go for the weather today, yesterday. We'll do yesterday's National Day, but I'm not doing the word of the day yesterday or anything like that. Gmail. So let's go. Yesterday's national calendar. Let's do National Superhero Day. That sounds like a good one. National Superhero Day. Okay. And today, let's look up today. Independent Bookstore Day. Independent Bookstore Day. Yeah. Okay. Today's wisdom quote. Be patient where you sit in the dark. The dawn is coming. By Rumi. Today's word of the day. Word of the day. Word of the day. Today's word is
frosty.
Frosty. It's an adjective meaning having a stale, warm, and stuffy atmosphere. Frosty. Today's horoscope for Aries. Some rather shocking news could come to you from a friend who lives far away. This probably won't affect you directly, as it most likely concerns the world economy, politics, or big business. But you still might worry about its long-term effects on society. You could discuss it with friends. It gave me an ad. You need to remain objective and see how the news develops. It might be less serious than it seems. Ooh, boy. Don't know what to think about that. Yes. So, where's this? Yesterday, well, Thursday, I didn't write in here either. So, Thursday, I watched General Hospital from Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. All right, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I stitched on Kitty Heaven. I finished the book King of Wrath on Thursday. King of Wrath. That was really good. It is a contemporary romance. Billionaire arranged marriage. And I started, what's the book I started? Where is that? I started Bewitched, which is the first book of a series. And the author is Laura Talassa. Laura Talassa. Okay, so that was on Thursday. Friday, I did not watch any TV. I stitched on Lawn Dog. Quinto Acuto. Okay, so I'll show you that in a minute. I was reading Bewitched. I want to finish that today. By Laura Talassa. Okay. I want to finish that today. So what else did I do? I visited Mom and Dad. Came home with a knee brace. Came home with food. So I'll tell you all that later too. Came home with food. Okay. There's that. Whoops, I don't want that in there. So, yeah, have that. And my crafty planner. I do want to sit down today also and write up my TBR for May. Okay, so Thursday was Kitty Heaven. I didn't put in a lot of stitches. I put in 373 stitches, so not a lot. No video yesterday. Okay, so Kitty Heaven. Tade. Let's see, I need to find that. That was the 27th. Okay, and Long Dog was yesterday for 28. I will stitch on it for about an hour or two tomorrow afternoon during Zoom because it's Long Dog Zoom. Okay, so there's that. My stitching, what I was going to stitch has changed for today and probably tomorrow. Okay, so I planned on stitching in just cross stitch magazines from the Halloween, but I have a couple more things. Let me show you what I worked on this week. Okay, so Tuesday and Thursday, or no, Monday and Thursday. Tuesday I didn't stitch at all. I was supposed to stitch on this, but I didn't. So this is Kitty Heaven. Then I got all kinds of shit to tell you. Good stuff. So this is Kitty Heaven. So it's a craft room. It's got yarn and fabric and spools of ribbon and stuff. And there are cats everywhere. You probably can't see them, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's at least 12 cats in here. So, yeah. I don't have a lot done. I'm still on page 1. Still on page 1, but I don't have a lot of page 1 left. So, this red line here shows where page 1 ends. So this is the rest of page 1. So if this gets picked again, it's on my wheel. So if I spin the wheel and it gets picked, my goal is to finish page 1. You can see the spools and all that stuff. So yeah, that's all I got. I stitched for 2 days on it. Wednesday was the last Wednesday of every month. I stitch on my owl beaded kit. And I forgot how many beads I put on. I put on a lot of beads. So, remember, it is full coverage, all beads. There's no cross stitching, it's just beads. So that is the owl. And I don't know what kind of owl it is. Could be a barn owl. I'm on page 2. So I did 9 or 10 rows. I did 10 rows. So I did 10 rows of beads on here Wednesday. And I'm on page 2. Yep. So that's how much I have done so far. I have a long ways to go. It is on my Whipco board. So, yeah. Okay, so there is that. And yesterday was Long Dog. I had the frog back from the last time I worked on it. I must have been really tired at night when I worked on it. So there is what it is. I am working on this part here with the dragon. I've been working on this. I had some of the dragon done till about here, and it wasn't meeting up with where it was supposed to meet up here. So I took it all out, I took out almost all that dragon and restitched it, and it's meeting up now. It's all good. So yeah, it's big. There's 20 pages, and I'm on page 6, I think. And this is as far as it goes. This is the edge right here. So that's as wide as it is. I'm on page 6. So, yeah. So I'm on the second row. But, yeah, I had to, I finished stitching this in and started stitching here. But I had to take him up to past his eye. I had to take all that out and restitch it, because it wasn't, I was off by one stitch on one row, which made a lot of it off center, and yeah. So I did find my mistake. I fixed it, and so I frog. So I worked on that last night after, well, yesterday. I got home at like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So I started stitching about 4 o'clock, and I went to bed at 11. You know, and I had to fix dinner. And Scott got home from work. I talked to him a little bit, but yeah. So that's the stitching I did. And like I said, I don't have my Kindle in here. Oh, there it is. I meant to bring it in, but I'm reading Bewitched by Laura Talassa. Let's see. I'll show you what it looks like. Laura Talassa. It's the first book. You know, I would like it if they let you zoom in. Anyways, it looks like that. Bewitched, Laura Talassa. It's book 1. I don't know how many books there are, and it just came out April 18th. And it says, at age 20, oh, she hears a voice says, "Come to me, Empress." At age 20, Celine Bowers desperately hopes to be accepted into Henbane Coven, an academy for young witches. Since one of the requirements for entry is to connect with her powers via a quest through the wilderness, Celine books a trip to South America. When a nefarious supernatural force tries to drag her plane from the sky, Celine's magic awakens to save her life at a cost. Using her powers devours her memories one by one. Worse, when Celine braves the jungle and discovers the source of the attack, she finds herself awakening an ancient evil, Memnon the Cursed, who mistakes Celine for his long-dead wife, the wife who betrayed him. Celine manages to escape and begins her studies at Henbane, but when Memnon turns up at the coven and witches are found dead across campus, Celine becomes entangled in a dangerous plot. Accused of the murders on the basis of her memory loss, Celine must rely on Memnon's help for answers, and his plans for her will change everything. So I haven't gotten to the part yet where witches are dying. But when the plane crashed, and well, she saved it from crash and she landed it with her magical powers. She walked through the jungle because she kept hearing this voice in her head. And she still needs a familiar. So her familiar is a Black Panther. Yep, that's her familiar, a Black Panther. So of course she has to use magic to kind of not let people see him as a Black Panther. Yeah, so far so good. I'm like 20% in, I think, and it's good so far. So I want to read a little bit of that today, and then I'm going to switch it to text to speech and cross stitch. So today's cross stitching, this is a stitch along that Mary Ann wanted us to do, and it's Stitchy Shed by Erin Elizabeth Designs. Erin Elizabeth is Shannon Christine's. It's either her sister or her sister-in-law. But yeah, that's what we're stitching today. And I'm doing mine on 32 count. I don't know what the color is, but mine's 32 count. So I will be stitching that today. And then tonight is stitching in Zoom with either Quick Stitch Curly-Tailed Rosie, Quick Stitch Long-Tailed Snowy, Quick Stitch Fred and Albert, or, hold on, or Daisy Chain. I've already finished Daisy Chain. I did start all 3 of the Hades, but I'm going to work on Rosie, and I don't know where she is right now. Where is Rosie? Is that Rosie? That's not Rosie. That's not Rosie. Rosie's in here somewhere. I just don't know quite right where. But I will stitch on Rosie tonight just because I have a lot of her done. So those will be the 2 things that I'm stitching. Okay, now to show you things that came in the mail. So I watched Deborah's cat for a little over 2 weeks while she was in Florida, and I told her I don't want anything for it. She kept saying she was going to give me money. I said no. I'm home anyways. It's not a big deal. Okay, I just lost my, there it is. I don't want anything for watching her cat. So she got me a gift card for 1-2-3 Stitch. Because, you know, I can't pass up that. So I ordered on Tuesday. I got it on Thursday. This is coming from Texas. I don't even get things from my own state that fast. So I knew I needed fabric. Where is the fabric? Right here. I needed fabric for May because we're doing, what's the series? I forgot what the series is. I can't show, I don't have it with me. Anyways, it's a series by Carolyn Manning. You pick one of them. I'm doing Valentine. I can't remember the series. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, mine's supposed to be on pink. Well, I wanted to go with the cheapest way of ordering fabric, so I got Ada because there is no fractional stitches. I got Ada, and it's pink. So, and it called for pink. Yeah, I'm doing Valentine, but I can't remember what the collection is. There's a whole bunch of yeah. And I have the pattern on Pattern Keeper. So that's a stitch along in May. So I have the fabric for that. Okay, and I'm going to show this real quick because I don't have the finished picture, and we're not really supposed to show patterns. I will show a little bit of it. So I'm doing this with Crystal, and I don't know who else. And so I wanted to do it on white. So I have white. I already had this Monaco from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted some pretty purples. So I got 4 skeins of Classic Colorworks Pansy Purple. They are an overdyed. So yeah, I'm excited. So it's all one color. That's all you stitch on that is one color. So that's what I'm doing. I may start that tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow I'm starting that. So I bought that fabric. I bought that floss. I bought me more needles because, again, I am trying to really figure out what my favorite brand of needles are. I do know I like the ballpoint needles, but not for my heids. Just because I do on 25 count, one strand over one, and there's not enough room in the back to hide thread. So I got some John James, and mine are always size 26. Is that size 26? Yeah. So I got John James, size 26, and Mary Arden, size 26. So these, again, they're going to go with my other needles. I keep track of what projects I am using, what needles, to see what lasts the longest. Yep. Then with the gift card, I also bought another card of Treasure Braid PB10 for, this will take the place of Krynic. I'm still going to use Krynic on Rosie to finish Rosie, but I'm using this for Fred and Albert. And then I've always wanted 2 charts from, well, I want more, but I want charts from Cottage Garden Samplers. And I knew I wanted a snowman from the Snowman collection. So I'm like, I'm going to start with number 1. So number 1 is the Needle Worker. So I got the Needle Worker. It's got what? So he's got buttons all over on his belly. We've got a pin cushion, a sewing machine, a spool of thread, scissors, a needle. Yeah, that's cute. So I got that, and I've been wanting to start collection of A Year in the Woods. So I got number 1, which was one of my favorites, is the Fox. I love this. So I'm hoping to start these this year too. I just need this one calls for 2 of the Gentle Art sampler threads and DMC. So I need fabric and maybe some specialty floss. Yeah, and this one calls for 2 weeks dye work. So sometime this year I will buy the fabric and the specialty floss. But I have those. I've been wanting them, so thank you, Deborah. Okay, so that was for that. And then, and I ordered that Tuesday, and I got it Thursday from Texas. And I got birthday money from one of my subscribers. So I spent that. I got this fabric. It's 25 count, easy count. This is 27 by 36. I got this for, what's, Winter Harvest. Yeah. I'm starting this May 6th, so next Saturday. Where's my pens? Where do all my pens go? I'm telling you, I'm going to write that on here. So this is for Cross Stitch Studio. Winter Harvest. Okay, so this pink fabric, it's called Valentine's Glass. So the series is the glass collection. There's a whole bunch of patterns for the glass collection. You can stitch any of them. So I'm doing the Valentine's one. There was a few I didn't care for, and then there were a few I want. So yeah, so that's Winter Harvest. That's what that's for. And the Carolyn Manning glass, we start that May 20th. Okay, so that's what I purchased. And I purchased this on Tuesday also. I did. And I got it Friday. And it came from M.O. Is that Missouri? M.O. So I got that in 3 days. That's fast, you guys. Yeah. So have that. And then with the rest of my birthday money, I got a book. This book is for the Geneva book group. What is that one called? I just had Wednesday. Where's Wednesday? Probably Smut, it's called, in the Geneva. Geneva is like Facebook Messenger type thing. So I'm in the Probably Smut. I don't use Geneva for anything else. I may find a couple other book reading ones, but the book for me that they picked is Crash and Burn by A.J. Nicole. It says, "Together we crashed, forever we'll burn." And it's one of those soft paperbacks, soft covers. That's what it looks like. And it says, Kaylin David is her fantasy. A fantasy she didn't want to have. After leaving home and starting over on her own, she promised herself she'd focus on getting her life together, even though bad luck follows her around like a shadow. That is, until she meets him. The only man who gives her the praise that she wants but doesn't think she deserves. Sterling Cooper is his obsession, one that he never expected. Everything in his life has always been orchestrated by his seemingly picture-perfect family. Soon he learns that his reality is made up of hidden truths. One of them is his own. But it only makes things worse when he sets sights on her, the only woman who makes him feel things he never thought he'd want to feel. One night, their lives collide. What happens when the fire their paths create burns brighter than either of them could imagine? Will the flame consume them with passion or destroy them as secrets and chaos begin to unravel? So on Amazon, you could only get this in paperback or hardcover, not Kindle. I don't have Amazon Prime, so I would have had to pay for shipping. So I'm like, well, let's see if Barnes & Noble has it. Barnes & Noble only has it online. You couldn't get it in the store. I would have had to pay shipping. So I go on Target. Let's see if Target has it. Target has it. I can have it shipped, and I had free shipping. Can't beat that. So, yeah. I've been liking my books so far, and some of my books I'm starting to keep again. So, I love the cover. Isn't that pretty? And I don't know when this one came out. Let's see. 2023. Oh, yeah, this one came out in February. So, I don't know how many more books there will be for this series. And what is it lately with these books that the authors have playlists? And if you go on Spotify, you can put in, like, the title of the book, and it will have a playlist. This one here tells what the playlist is. And I've never heard of any of these, except for Justin Bieber and Nick Jonas. But the other ones, I don't know who they are. And that's like the series Flocks, Exodus, and The Finish Line. She has playlists on Spotify. That was Kate Stewart's series. I played it on Spotify. I don't know any of the music. I think there was one or two songs I knew. But yeah, Crash and Burn. So this is the book of the month for May for Probably Smut. So I can't wait. There is, how many pages? 294. So that's not bad, and they're not real. It's not real tiny writing. It's not too bad. So yeah, this I'll have to read. I couldn't even get it from the library. I looked at the library, Kindle, nothing. So I'm like, I'm just going to purchase a book. So I got that. Yesterday, put the boys on the bus, went to my parents. My dad had just gotten up, and my mom was fixing him breakfast. He fell asleep during breakfast. He said he was really tired. So, yeah, he fell asleep in his chair while eating breakfast. And my knees were hurting so bad, so my mom's little couch is a recliner on both ends, so I was reclined for my knees, and I was telling my mom, I had a knee brace that you pull up, and I didn't like it. I said, I want the kind that has the Velcro on it. Well, she left the room. She gave me a brand new one that has the Velcro that I want. She said that she bought it for herself. She didn't like it. She goes, here. So, guess what? I can wear that. And then she gave me, she doesn't cross stitch anymore. So she had 2 tubes of Ada. I'm like, cool. They're 14 count, right? Is it Ada? Yes, 14 count. Both of them are 14 count, 15 by 18. So there's 2 more projects I got fabric for. Yeah. I'll be busy. I'm busy. So I have that going on. And then my mom has a friend who hits up all the food banks. Almost every day she goes to a different food bank. And she just takes everything that she possibly can, and then she distributes to friends. So I guess she calls my mom every Friday. I went to the food bank. This is what I have. So she has me listen in, and I nod my head if I want it, because she said that's what my sister does. Usually my sister's there when she calls. So Mom said, since Missy got food the last time, I could get food this time. So I came home with a big bag of apples, a bag of limes. I got 2 big bags of sunflower seeds that are already shucked. It's just the kernels. I got 2 packages of grapes, romaine lettuce. I think that was it. And my mom gave me a candy bar that's sugar-free. That was hers. I think that's everything I got from that lady. Because my mom took pears, bok choy, Barilla pasta, because the lady's son works for Barilla. And when you work for Barilla, you get to come home with free pasta all the time, every week. So she gave my mom 2 boxes of pasta. And I forgot what else my mom took. Yeah. Pears. So, yeah, I come home with food, which is a good thing. Yeah, so sat around shooting the shit with my mom. I talked a little bit with my dad, and then he went outside, was taking care of garbage. He's in a wheelchair all the time now, but he gets around and tries to do what he can. He has been back to mowing the lawn. It was making us nervous at first because Scott and Chuck, my sister's husband, they would take turns mowing my parents' lawn, and my dad does not like relying on people. So my dad started to try to see if he could get out of the wheelchair up into his rider, and he can. So he's back to mowing the lawn. Yeah, and my sister showed up, so I chatted with her for an hour before I came home because I have a dog. I left here at 6:30 in the morning yesterday, so it's like 3 o'clock. I better get home. She didn't have an accident, but she had to go when I got here. I think that was all that I had. Yeah. So it is now going on 11:30. And I'm going to go read a little bit, and then I'll pull out my stitching for a while, and I got to pull out Rosie. Tomorrow is a Lawn Dog Zoom at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I changed it from Friday nights to Sunday afternoons so that people in other countries can join us, because I was asked by Julie, she's in the UK, and she asked if I could change the time or the day or something. I'm like, well, a lot of people that are in my Zoom work, so it would be better to do it on the weekend. And so I'm doing it on Sundays at 1 o'clock. So starting tomorrow for the rest of the year, it will always be the last Sunday of the month, except for 1 month. I had something planned that Sunday, so I couldn't, so I made it for another Sunday, and I'm not going to do it in December, because the last 2 Sundays in December, one is Christmas Eve and one is New Year's Eve. So, people aren't going to come in, and I'm not going to do it Christmas Eve. I could do it New Year's Eve, but no. So December we won't do one, and we'll continue on again next year, because that's going to take me a while. Lawn dogs are big, so we might as well just keep doing the Zooms while we can. So if you want the newsletter, I have to change all the dates. And the Facebook group, I did change all the dates and said it was Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you are interested, join the group. Or if you want a newsletter, I have 2 newsletters I put out every month. One is a cross-stitch newsletter, and one is the Zoom events newsletter. Yeah. So that's what is going on. It's windy out. It's damp out. I see the sun trying to peek through. It's gotten a little bit brighter, but it is cloudy out there. So it's a good day to sit, have tea. I have some hot chocolate. I might make me some hot chocolate. I don't have much for snacks. I have popcorn. I might make popcorn for this afternoon then. We'll see. It's almost lunchtime. So, yeah. Lunch I have leftover. I made Alfredo noodles. I added shrimp into it. So I'm going to finish that up for lunch, because that was dinner last night. And then I gave Scott a choice for dinner tonight. He chose the DiGiorno pizza, so I'll be making that. He won't be home till 8 tonight, so I'm making the pizza around 6. So I can eat, and then he can have when he gets home. So yeah, so this... Can't wait. I have to finish the book I'm reading, and then I have 2 more books that I want to read by Wednesday, because they're having book discussion in a Zoom on 3 books. So I'm only going to read 2 of them. So yeah. Yep. And then I got to make my TBR for May, which will include Kate Stewart, Katharina Mora, and then the one author, who was it? The one author has like 7 books, and I only read book 1, and I want to read the rest. Who was that? Who was that? April. Ivy Smoke. I read Temptation. I want to read the rest. Ivy Smoke. I have read 71 books so far this year, and in April I read 19. So if I finish the one today, that's 20. Tomorrow is the last day of the month. Oh my gosh, I'm loving reading again. It is amazing. I'm glad I found these couple of Zooms. So, yeah, that's it for today. I know it's a long video. I had lots to share. So, I do know that Robin Taylor, I forget her channel name. I don't know if she's watching today. I did see Frashawn had posted in Facebook that Robin's cat got loose and was missing. Toby. I hope that she found her cat and he's okay. I was really worried when I read that. Yeah, Taylor is Robin loves to read and all the things. Something like that is her channel name. My heart goes out to her because I know what it's like to have cats missing. Sometimes they come back, sometimes it's a tragedy. So, yeah, I got tears in my eyes already because I know what it's like to have a cat get out on you. And she's like me. We leave our cats inside. They're safer. There's predators out there. There's cars. There, the road. There's people who don't like cats that will just kill them because they don't like cats. So I won't let mine outside. I've only let a couple out, and that's just because they were already outdoor cats when I got them. Zoomer was an outdoor cat when I got him. I haven't had any issues keeping him inside. That has not been an issue, and he's almost 2 years old now. He was like 9 months to a year old when I got him last year, so he's like a year and a half to 2 years old now. But, yeah, I've only had a couple cats that went out. The ones that I let out died of old age. A couple of them that I had, one that snuck out, she got hit by a car. I had two that snuck out on me that got hit by a car, and then one was a stray that I took care of, and he decided that he wanted to live here, but he was an indoor-outdoor cat, and he got hit. So, yeah. And I live out in the country. I don't have a busy road. And they still got hit. So, yeah. Plus, I have fox and coyote, and keep them inside if you can. Don't let your cats out. They're safer. They live longer. But that's it for today. I will see you guys all tomorrow. And hopefully I can make a floss tube video tomorrow morning. Love you guys. Bye-bye.